The Paladin has many interesting builds, and today I'm going to show you one of those, which I think just does everything at once. And with everything at once, I mean you can be as fast as you want with a lot of mobility, or you can just take it slow and take a stroll through everything without even having to press a single button. That build is nothing else than the Auradin. The Auradin has already been a build in Diablo 2, and to be honest, this one is just the perfect storm. It has everything. It can be fast, it can be slow, it can be whatever you want. You can get through tier 100 with it in super fast speeds as well. You can farm hell tides, infernal hordes, or bosses while not really engaging at all and just standing there having your aura kill everything. It's really a super fun build, and I think it's super enjoyable to play. For me personally, I think this is the best all-rounder Paladin build to play because you don't have to adjust your build at any single point for any content. You can simply just walk in and have fun. Whatever it is you do, is it Undercity, is it Infernal Hordes, is it farming Hell Tides? Now that the new Goblin event is live, maybe you want to farm some goblins? Well, that's where you could easily play the Auradin, and it is very strong. I've found some new tech just today, and I've updated my guide on Mobalytics with it, and if you want to read all the details after watching this video, then make sure to check that out. The Auradin is, in its essence, a build that tries to scale its aura as much as possible. And with the aura, I don't only mean the swag mark, but like the damage from your actual Holy Light aura, which unintuitively actually scales its damage not only with ranks, but also with attack speed. Well, does that sound familiar to you? And those who watched me back then, when I was playing Rogue, also know a skill that scales with attack speed. I wonder what that was. Anyway, in this particular build, we try to stack as much attack speed as we can. Not only does it scale our Holy Light aura damage, but it also scales the damage from our Preacher Paragon board, which doesn't seem like it does too much at 65%, but wait, it's 65% at 0 attack speed. So once you start stacking up the attack speed, boy oh boy, the damage is ramping up. And if you want to see the calculation for how it works exactly and you are interested in the math, make sure to check out the written guide. So we stack all the auras on our skill bar. We have Holy Light aura, we have Defiance aura, which gives us armor and unstoppable, and some healing. Fanaticism aura, which gives us more attack speed and critical strike chance, and all of these auras are then boosted by Sundered Night. Sundered Night is an amazing unique, it's a 200x, and Sundered Night provides us with aura potency. Now what does aura potency do? Well, for Holy Light aura, it's a straight up damage multiplier. For Defiance aura, it increases your armor and resistances that you get from it, and for Fanaticism aura, it increases your attack speed and critical strike chance even further. Well, we said earlier that attack speed is pretty good in this build, and having more of it is even more beneficial. Funnily enough, Fanaticism aura, and conveniently so, is also attack speed in Cap 2. So we can max out our attack speed at 100% in Cap 1 when we're already in town, and then when we're in combat and we get all the juicy benefits of Fanaticism aura at 4 stacks, we will be having some serious attack speed. I reach around 180% when I'm in fight, and that is actually quite a lot. The good thing about this is, with all of this attack speed, your Falling Star and your advanced skills will be super fast. So you can zoom through all content, blast through everything, and farm some goblins for the new event if you want to. So an important part on Sundered Night as well is the C rune. Well, that is CEH, and this rune spawns wolves. Why do we want to spawn wolves, you might want to ask yourself? Well, that's a good question. We have Holy Light aura, and Holy Light aura has a very important part that is important to read. Passive of Holy Light aura says you and your allies emanate the light, dealing damage every instance to nearby enemies. So, what is you and your allies in this part? Well, you as your character, obviously, and your allies are, you might have guessed it, the wolves. Each and every wolf that you spawn also is a source of Holy Light aura. And that, my friends, is very, very strong when you have 6 wolves out. that makes it even more fun because only wolves run around. They also have Whole Light Aura and they keep decimating everything with you together. And that's kind of cool. Another important build piece is the Dawnfire gloves. These gloves scale the Whole Light Aura damage even more, and it increases every time an enemy dies within its area, which is just crazy good. So in this particular build, I was able to clear tier 100 in around 1 minute 50, and I don't even have any crazy sanctifications. In fact, I don't even have any good sanctification. Like, I have strength here. This is like a little bit of quality. Didn't even sanctify this one. I have strength here. This has quality, but it doesn't really do anything other than increase the cooldown reduction. This is not sanctified, this is not sanctified, and this is also not sanctified. So I could have been gaining a lot more damage, let's say, if I had like a Grandfather Sanctify or, I don't know, a Shaco Sanctifications for +4 skill ranks in all my auras. There's still so much potential left in this build, and I think it could possibly even be the fastest T100 speed farmer once you get to the point where you actually have crazy sanctifications. I think Blessed Hammer without sanctifications is just a little bit faster specifically for T100 speed farming. But if you want to jump around the Helltides with Falling Star and Advance, there's no match. Because your max cooldown, your max movement speed, your almost max attack speed, and you have a screen wipe AoE with Whole Light Aura, it's just great. It feels great, it's super chill, and you don't even have to go super fast. You can just take it slow and walk through the Helltide and pick up all the stuff and look at the pretty flowers and everything. So that's kind of cool, yeah. Right, the oath in this build is, to the surprise of absolutely no one, Disciple. Well, we utilize all the good Arbiter synergies. That being said, we use the Celestial Strife aspect, which we want to keep up at all times. And for that, we also temper Arbiter duration on our pants. In addition to that, we have the Ascension aspect, which allows us to deal more damage while we're in Arbiter form every time we cast a skill that puts us there. And with this handy tech of Advance, which has the Flash of the Blade upgrade, which makes it a Disciple skill and gives it a cooldown, you have another skill that not only propels you through the map, but also grants you a stack of Ascension, because it technically would get you to Arbiter as well. You can also use it to refresh the duration, and usually when you're just traversing the map and playing naturally, you'll be keeping up Arbiter all the time. To make the best use out of Advance with Flash of the Blade, we also use March of the Stalwart Soul. This, in particular, makes Advance travel twice as far, and boy, those who played Rogue with Dash will love Advance, because it's essentially Rogue Dash but without the ice skating or the jittering around. And it's very fast and very good, so absolutely recommend playing that. For the other stuff, we have basically just regular rings, where we put on crit, cooldown, attack speed, and strength. We have amulets with passives, and ideally, you want to have Air of Petition with crit GA and Shroud of False Death with all stats GA. If you don't have those, well, don't worry, make sure to check out the guide for alternatives. I have a starter variant in there where I describe alternatives to these particular items and much more. Our skill tree is pretty standard. We pick up the relevant damage passives on guard. We max out all of our auras. We have Rally here. Rally is used to have us gain more faith, because we use the Box rune to increase our damage massively, but for that we need to sustain our faith. So in the skill tree we also have Ready, and obviously Falling Star with an additional charge. Everything else is pretty much standard. We pick up damage passes. If you don't have enough cooldown reduction, you can pick up High Charity, but you don't really have to. Yeah, and we pick Coat of Arms because, well, Exaltation is only 85% and Coat of Arms gives us more damage, so we pick that up. Right. An important thing to pick up is Sacred Arms. Because we are using Sundered Night, we do gain the benefit of the 200 bonus here to have 20% increased critical strike damage. Another important part to note is we don't pick up Master Craftwork. Well, that is usually a mainstay in every single build, but we're not using a shield because Sundered Night is just that good. Therefore, we don't need Master Craftwork. Right, let's go through some highlights in the Paragon board. On the starter board, we pick up Arbiter, just because it has the additional bonus to increase the damage while we're in Arbiter form and give us additional damage to close enemies. On the castle board, which is still the uncapped multiplier, increasing your damage based on your armor, we pick up Challenger. Why do we put Challenger here? Well, because there's the highest amount of strength available on castle, so we want to make the best out of a Challenger glyph. We pick up Relentless next for cooldown reduction and more damage. And then we have Spirit or socket on here because the willpower nodes on Relentless are actually the highest. So we make the most use out of a glyph here. It increases our critical strike damage and ramps up every time we deal critical strike damage. We then pick up Beacon, which is a very cool board because it increases our damage at every time an ally is in our aura. And well, that is usually always the case when we have the wolves and the mercenary. So yeah, big damage increase. We don't pick up Shield Bearer because Shield Bearer, even though Shield Bearer is 110%, doesn't have any good rare nodes that we can utilize, like this critical strike chance or this armor node or even this block chance node here. So in total, the math just comes out to TLDR. Beacon is better than Shield Bearer in this particular case, so play that. We also put the Judicator glyph here, which gives us more damage based on our intelligence, and this board also has the highest amount of intelligence available, so we put the Judicator glyph here. Other than that, the last board we pick is Preacher, and as I said previously, 65% might not seem like much, but in reality, it's 65% at 0% attack speed. So when you scale this up to 180%, well, you are sitting at a multiplier of around 200%, which is pretty insane. The exact formula is in the written guide. On this board, we pick up Resplendence to boost up the magic nodes here because we want all the juicy attack speed that we can get to the 100% cap in town. It also increases the max life of these nodes here, which is super handy, and there's some more attack speed down here. Right, that's it for the Paragon as well. The Divine Gifts and the Mercenaries, as usual, the Mercenaries we pick up here for the armor because we love armor, and the Divine Gifts are pretty standard, where we pick up all the potion healing, we pick up the armor, we pick up increased resistances, and the automatic fortify. And honestly, that's already it about the Auradin. It is super chill and super easy to play, and there's really not much difficulty to it. If you really want to go hard at it and you want to have, you know, a blaster part where you just jump and dash through everything, that is possible with this build because it has the most possible mobility that you can pack on Paladin. Simply because we have maximum cooldown reduction. And other than that, well, if you don't want to do that, you can just walk through everything. That is fine. Everything will still die. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this video, then I hope you leave a like and a comment there, and maybe subscribe if you enjoy the content. I'm trying to make more videos right now because Paladin has been super fun and I'm enjoying the season. So if you want to see more of that and more builds that will be coming in, then let me know. And also, let me know what kind of builds you want to see next. There's still a lot of Paladin builds where I actually made guides for, but I haven't provided the video for them yet. So maybe there's something that you want to see. Let me know. I'll be streaming live on twitch.tv/Mippy, so make sure to check me out there. And until then, have a great time and do something that you enjoy. See you then.